Okay, so here we are going to be doing our collage skill builder. We're going to explore collage techniques. So collage means paper, basically. You're creating art using different types of paper, and your images come through cutting and the gluing of paper. So the first thing that we are going to do is we're going to overlap with tissue paper. So tissue paper is a thinner paper. Usually people know tissue paper, they come in like presents. When you open a gift, there's usually that paper inside of it. That's tissue paper. Now you can create cool art with tissue paper that comes in beautiful colors. So when we do this, tissue paper is very thin, very, very thin. So if you use a regular glue bottle, we're going to be able to see all those glue marks underneath. And that kind of creates a little bit of a sloppy look, so we don't want to do that. So what we're going to do, there's a bottle at the collage station, and it's called thinned glue or watered down glue. And you want to put it into a little container such as this one, which will be at the station as well. And you want to use this type of brush, so it's a black bristled brush. It has those hard bristles. Okay? And you're going to paint the glue on. Now this glue has a little kind of some gross stuff in it, but it's just from the bottle it was in, but it's still good. So you want to first begin layering some glue down. So you want to paint some glue down, and that gives the tissue paper something sticky. Otherwise, if you just lay tissue paper down, it's going to keep flying up on you. Usually when I do tissue projects, there's tissue paper everywhere because people haven't secured it properly to the paper. So you want to lay down different colors and strips, and you can lay them down however you would like. You can use choose your colors, and what's interesting is when you overlap, you can see how colors can mix together to create interesting new colors. Okay, and then after you lay them down, you want to go back and add another layer of glue. Now you're going to notice when you do this, you don't want to use too much glue because the tissue paper can actually do something called bleed. So the color of the tissue paper will transfer and blend onto your regular paper. So I'm going to be very gentle here. So the color might blend in with other ones. But putting this layer on top just gives it extra security there so it doesn't fly up on me. And now it's pasted down nice and neat. And the goal of the collage is you want it to be nice and flat. Unless you're going for a type of look where you want it to be raised up like a relief sculpture. But that's nice and flat, nice and pretty, and the colors are blending beautifully. I really like that. I think that's fun to look at. Okay, next one, torn pieces. So in the collage card I have all kinds of just fun paper. And with collage you can do things such as tear paper to create nice rough edges. Okay, so you just get a scrap piece, tear it into little shapes, and you can combine other colors, and you can tear them into big shapes, small shapes, depending on what it is you want to create. Nice about these turn into organic shapes, which means they have their own sort of shape to them. They're not specifically a square or a triangle or anything like that. So they're unique. Now doing collage, you can cut shapes with scissors, obviously, but this is a technique that a lot of artists like to use, which is just torn up paper. Okay, and the same with this. I like to put a layer of glue down. And this makes adding those torn papers much easier, so you don't have to put a little dot of glue on every single one. And you can create images with this torn paper, so you can maybe pre-draw something and just fill it in. So like instead of coloring in your shapes, you would color it in with paper, so you would just add glue and lay down the paper in those shapes. And the goal is you want to try to cover up the white. So if you notice you have some little spots, just add some more glue, layer a new shape on top. glue on the top of them if they start to peel up on you to get them nice and secured back down. Now what's fun about collage is you can layer different colors in. So you see down here with the green, I'm adding 2 different types of green. And that can add just a little more dimension to your piece. All right, so that is torn paper. And now what I'm going to do, cut with a variety of scissors. So I'll just lay some glue down. And you want to get a sheet of paper. And I have these fun kind of scissors that have different grooves in them that can create different types of shapes. So these are always fun to play with. And try out different ones. Some work better than others. And these are easy ways to cut out different types of edges to add more interest to your work. Okay, so these are scissors. These are on top of the collage cart always. And then the last one says create a mini landscape. So you want to create a landscape, but it has to be made entirely out of paper. What it does is it shows us how we can create images using paper. So sometimes we always just think we have to use paint or crayon or marker to create images, and we forget that we can do this out of paper. So if this is a thing that you enjoy, have fun creating images here. Okay, so landscape here is going to be my sky, and I'm kind of measuring out some paper here. So I'm marking where I need it to be, and this is going to be my ground. So I'm layering colors on top of other colors. And it's kind of fun here to work a little small. So when I create a landscape, I like to think of things that are in front and things that are behind. Okay, so this is the Collage Skill Builder. There's plenty of fun things you can do with collage. We did tissue paper, torn pieces, using different scissors, and creating a landscape or an image using cut paper.